Hey guys, pretty eventful end of the week. So obviously everything's swirling around Deutsche Bank. Um, but listen, I think this is the way you play it still in S&Ps. All right. Um, the cycle's turning back up, which could be a problem, but I'm still playing this 4 hour. Okay, so this is the line in the sand for me. Is I need S&Ps to stay below this high. I mean, even if I'll give it a little room past there, maybe the 2180. Um, But other than that, I really need the market to make another lower high here if we're going to stay bearish. Okay, so I'm pretty much core short from 2160. It's not that big of a position, but you can see we sold a few covered well yesterday, resold here today. Um, so it is what it is. That's how I'm going to play S&Ps. I'm a tiny long the Dow. I don't really. I'm just going to keep this in case we push back towards the highs of the year. It's really a small position. I'm short the Russell very long term, so not adding there. Obviously, we're not at levels to cover either. So that one's really a longer term horizon. So if we made new highs and back here towards last year's highs, then it's probably be the next time that I'll short the Russell. But this is very, very patient trade there. Okay, so most of my opinion and my positioning is based on this 4 hour in S&P. All right, coming back up to the top of the cycle. But today, I mean, when there's everybody's talking about Deutsche Bank and how there's a crazy amount of 8 strike puts trading. I mean, you're probably closer to some sort of reversal. I don't think nothing's going to change the trend. I mean, this was a real money type of move though off the lows. That could be a low for a while, no doubt. So it's still Deutsche is still going to be bearish though as long as it's south of 15. And just because you have one strong day doesn't mean that there's no problems there, of course, either. So I think maybe we think about um, you would play this from the short side if you get back towards the top of the bands like 14, 15. All right, had a lot of questions on gold and bonds today. I got run over on the long end. Sometimes it happens. So here's gold though, real quick. It hasn't done anything wrong. It's just going sideways. Okay, it's still long-term bullish. No reason to play defense unless we break 1310. Um, I was in the live room today. I actually bought here and sold out this morning, 1330, somewhere around there. So that was a good sale. And then I'm not adding back here. No, I'm in no hurry. All right, now long bonds this is tricky because this is what I call a crossroads of trends, right? And it's tough because it gets confusing when you have multiple trends all going different directions. So you have a long-term bullish trend, okay? Um, right? Pi and the 200 are all rising. Okay, this is long-term bullish on the weekly and monthly. But we also talked about after you hold the 200, the next move was when we were in this range, was either down to pi or back to the 30. And we went back to the 30 and now we're struggling, which is what that was a good chance that we thought that we might have a little bit of trouble from the long side up here. Now, if you go to the 4 hour, if you just track this pi line, pi was rising and now it's negatively sloping. So to me, I'm not surprised that you came up here twice and the market just crapped out. So I'm okay with actually playing a short with a stop above pi here. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so daily and long-term weekly is bullish, 4 hours bearish, and then you have the hourly, which was bullish coming in today. So sometimes it depends on how you play it. I was playing it from the long side and bought here today. I was thinking about getting heavy here, and then I just decided, looking at that 4 hour, that I don't like what the 4 hour is doing. So to me, it just becomes a little bit more neutral and unclear. So I'm just gonna stay small long. I was going to be long, like at one point I was going to be long 10 contracts, and I literally brought it down to 2. Okay, and it's just out of the money. So I gave some back today on some of the gains we made earlier in the week. Unfortunately, it's just how it goes. All right, but one day of giving some money back doesn't make a trend or make up for several weeks or a good year, right? So from here, I'm okay with a small long because if we dip to pi, I'm going to increase that exposure. And then so instead of me being long 6 or 8 or 10 contracts and taking it in the teeth again all the way back here to 167, now if I put 2 or 3 back on here, that to me is a winning. That's a winning strategy. If we rally, okay, gonna make a little bit of money. All right. But if we dip, I just don't want to take another type of day like I had today back down here to pi, especially when the 4-hour is looking as bearish as it is. So we'll see which one wants to win out, the 4-hour bear or the long-term bull. All right, so it's going to be probably which it's going to make it a little bit choppy. So I'd rather stay at the wides, and to me, that's like this 167.06 area. Okay, and then lastly on fives, I'm playing a flattener, right? So we were short fives, trading it around, right? Sold some, got some back, sold some, got some back. I sold some this morning, or no, we didn't sell any this morning, but I bought some 20.25 to cover, which was out of the money at the time. All right, and then on this flush, that trade was then moved into the money. So finally in the money on fives, short 6. So if the market does bounce, I'm going to re-short fives, and I'm fine with staying pretty short there. I feel good about that, on the 4-hour. And then if we drift again lower, then I'm going to cover more of these 3 fives, take profit, and then get a little bit longer 30s. So right now, to me, I don't really care which way the bond market goes. I got my plan either way. All right, guys, so hopefully that makes sense. Everybody have a good weekend. And I'll be back here on Sunday. Got a bunch of things to work on as far as shooting some videos and some things on the coaching program. Hopefully I can have that out Sunday for anybody that's interested. And other than that, guys, hope you had a great week and have a good weekend.